Hello viewers, welcome interested people to my second installment of Philosophical Fridays. So, I'll try to wrap this up really quick because this is about my 7th try to do this video. So, I did my last Philosophical Fridays and I got a really good response from Seth. I'll put his name in the description up here. And, yeah. I got a really good response from him. You might check out the response, and we had a good mail going back and forth where it turned out that I sort of cheated my way out of the last Philosophical Fridays by changing the setting. Okay. So far so good. Or not. Because what it all breaks down to is what happens if an unstoppable, indestructible object, wham, hits an indestructible, immovable object, wham. Okay, people, what happens? That's our Philosophical Fridays question, which is a rephrasing of the last Philosophical Fridays, but it's different because, I can't change the dimension on this one. Okay, so we got this problem, and I'll break it down to another problem, to a mathematical problem, because a lot of philosophical problems can be solved on a mathematical level. What this problem tells us is infinity equals 0. Infinity, the infinitely fast moving object, equals 0. So I asked my cousin, who is really good at math, to try to set infinity equal to 0. And he did. But how? He also cheated. He divided by 0, and as people that are, know their math, you can't divide by 0. It's not allowed, and here's why. If you divide by 0, you create a setting where everything is equal. Everything is energyless. It is, in physical terms, something that really doesn't exist. It is in physics it is maybe a pre-Big Bang conception of things. Yeah. So you've got this unstoppable and this immovable object that hitting each other, and it's all just possible if you set all parameters to 0. But what happens is it has to be 0 before they meet, because then that's the only way that the math adds up. Or anyway, it has to be 0 before they meet. So in math terms, you have to divide by 0, make everything equal 0, before infinity can equal 0. Now that's a bit messed up probably. I've got my math not really straight. A lot of people will tell me that. And a lot of people will probably tell me that it's not a one-to-one application of a problem in math, but it gets the point across. Okay. You get the setting that collapses once infinity meets 0, and the setting has to collapse, as I said, before it exists. So, can God lift a rock that is so heavy because he created it that way that God cannot lift it? Yeah, phrase backwards. I guess the problem negates itself. And that's really good because then this question can't exist. Yeah, the question can't exist. And if the question can't exist, there is no problem, right? Have I cheated myself out of this one again? Am I deceiving myself? Probably. Okay. This was a very interesting episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye bye.